Hey, good people. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you tune into this video. Welcome to Testimony Tuesday with Hanisha. Hello, everybody. I hope and pray this video finds you well. Hope and pray you're in good spirits. I mentioned last video that for some reason, I'm looking at the timer. I don't know why there's a timer on my phone now with my camera and my videos. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to waste any time because saying I only got 14 minutes, and I know me, and if you know me too, you know I can be long-winded. So I want to get straight into it. I have a couple of announcements, important announcements. For those of you that have supported Beautiful Peace, formerly known as Beautiful Peace Nail Studio, I want to say thank you. My heart is filled with much gratitude. I will be forever thankful for your love and your support, your continued love and support throughout the ups and downs. You know, I opened my doors up back in 2019. That was pre-COVID. Actually, a little bit less than a year before COVID hit. And it was a beautiful journey, a beautiful struggle, a beautiful journey, and a blessed one as it continues to be. However, with, when COVID hit us back in 2020, I was, forced to close my doors during that time. But also, with COVID impacting my business and so many other businesses the way it did, especially small businesses, I have been struggling ever since to maintain a business. And that's just being raw and real and transparent with everyone. Anyone who knows me, there's no shame. I'm not embarrassed by any means. If anything, I'm heartbroken because Beautiful Peace opening this business, it's my baby, and just a sentimental attachment or emotional attachment to Beautiful Peace or to this space, because this video more than likely will probably be the last video that I do here in this space at Beautiful Peace, because I have made an emotional but rational and executive decision to close the doors to this location in Maple Heights, close Beautiful Peace. Now, moving forward, there's still some details that I need to work out and still some things that I need to figure out moving forward in regards to Beautiful Peace, my brand, and how I want to proceed and move forward, because Beautiful Peace is more than just a business. It's more than just this physical location. It's more than just me having customers and making money and having overhead and keeping this shit together. It's Beautiful Peace for me is simply and truly, I'm not gonna say simply, but truly a way of life. That's my mindset. And so, as I stated before, some of you may have heard me say that, when I was a young girl, I used to tell my mom, I believe that we are all put here on earth together to be blessings to one another or for one another. And that was one of my things when I opened up Beautiful Peace. I wanted to be a blessing to people. That was one of my, on my mission statement, I wanted to touch the lives of many, one hand at a time, through one service at a time. And so I want to continue that. That's my motto for life. And like I say, even though this is heartbreaking and it's very emotional for me, I know that, and I trust that God has something better on the other side of that door for me. And I trust God with my whole heart, with my whole being. I trust God, and I have to be obedient, and I have to do my part and keep moving and keep putting one foot in front of the other, and walk in faith, walk in my purpose, walk in faith, and trust God that he will continue to guide me along this journey. And so this may be the end of this chapter, or maybe this was a season for me to house beautiful peace in this space, which is a beautiful space. It has beautiful energy, and I will forever be grateful for the opportunity and the experience. I don't regret opening my business. I don't regret putting it in this location. It's been a beautiful, crazy, emotional, blessed journey nonetheless, even though I'm closing the doors to this space. But I know that God will continue to guide my steps along this journey, and I will be exactly where I need to be always. And so with that being said, I will be making, several announcements in the coming days and weeks in regards to Beautiful Peace, how I am going to proceed moving forward. As of now, I have closed my books. I am no longer accepting clients. I will open up my space to the public, though, for those people who have supported and want to continue to support. I do sell, I have retail. So, if anyone is interested in coming in and purchasing some merchandise or some products, you will be, more than welcome to do so. I will post that information in the coming days, where I have certain times blocked off for people to come and, do some shopping, if you want to do that. Because I don't know, I haven't found a different location yet. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be mobile or if I will have another home for Beautiful Peace, a physical location. I am still trying to figure that out, just being honest. So, another thing I want to touch on, because this is Testimony Tuesday, and it would not be Testimony Tuesday if I didn't share my testimony. This is not one of the hardest things that I've had to endure or experience, but it is nonetheless, it is very hard. Like I said, Beautiful Peace, being here in this space, opening my business, my first business, it was my baby. And for those of you that's embarking on that journey, who is new to entrepreneurship, I made a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have mentors to guide me or to tell me to do certain things or not to do certain things. I never took a business course. I never took accounting. I never did bookkeeping. I'm just transparent. And if I can help someone along their journey who is about to embark on this journey, being an entrepreneur, any information that I can share that can help someone, I'm going to do that. And so, it's a lot of things that I shouldn't have done, like using my savings. I was blessed to be able to fund my dream, and didn't know anybody. That was the blessing. But I used my savings. And so, like I said, when COVID hit, it was like, okay, I didn't have a little safety net or a little money saved up, by the grace of God. When I opened the business before COVID, and even a little bit after COVID, the business was paying for itself. I had clientele, I was booked and busy by the grace of God. And so, but things changed, the economy changed. And so, and then I'm a one-woman show. I don't have employees, I don't have a staff. And so I was doing everything that I could to keep this train going. And it just, you run out of gas, you gotta do what you have to do. You have to do what you have to do. So, with that being said, again, like I said, I'll be posting information in regards to Beautiful Peace and how I am going to proceed moving forward. But also, I want to share my testimony. And I know I'm probably repeating myself because I'm all over the place sometimes. And I have so much on my plate and so much on my mind that I'm trying to process all at once. So please forgive me if I am repeating myself and sounding redundant. But, I have to share my testimony. This journey for me has not been an easy one. Like I just shared, I wasn't privy to certain knowledge, or I wasn't blessed to receive grants, or I wasn't approved for loans, and I was forced to use my money, my personal funds a lot of times, and it just wasn't a wise thing to do, but I had to do something, I had to make ends meet, and I was trying to keep my personal expenses intact, as well as, on the business side. And it just, like I say, the walls caved in, and I'm like, okay, this is a lot of pressure. I have to hand this over to God and trust him that he'll get me through this, and be okay with walking away from this location. And it's hard, just like a relationship. When you're invested emotionally, and you have invested that time and that effort and that energy and that love, it's not easy just to walk away. But if it's no longer a fair exchange, or it's not beneficial, or it's not a healthy relationship, you have to be wise and use your discernment, and trust the signs that God is giving you. And you have to be smart about, or wise about it. And sometimes it's best to walk away, because I think back on a lot of hardships that I had to go through, or a lot of hurdles that I had to jump and get over in my life. And at the end of that, or on the other side of that, those hardships, it was such a beautiful blessing, and so many opportunities, better opportunities. And so that's why I say I fully trust God. I love him. I know that the Holy Spirit is going to continue to guide me along my journey. And I know that on the other side of this, it's going to be a better opportunity. So I'm okay with it. I've cried about it. I prayed about it, like hard, but I have to trust the process, and I have to trust God in the midst of all of this. Oh my God, it's time running out. So I was blessed to be interviewed again for a local magazine, and I will post that information too. But they wanted me to touch on a topic, resilience. And so resilience to me is going through all those hardships, getting through those hurdles, jumping through those hurdles, and making it through those obstacles, and still showing up in spite of. Yeah, the shit will mess with you mentally, or even physically, emotionally, spiritually, and you'll start to question things. You'll start to have doubts. You'll start to get frustrated. You'll start to get stressed. But my motto, like I said, in life is that I have no other choice. When God calls me home, then that's, hey, I feel like I'm at the finish line. But until that moment arrives, I have to keep going. And so that's just my motto in life. Keep showing up in spite of what happens, no matter what. And know that this too shall pass. And so I don't want to cut this video short. I'll probably post another little quick video, maybe, a little later this week. But being resilient and being, being resilient, that's because I trust God. I know that, like I say, on the other side of this chaos, it may seem chaotic, I know there's a beautiful blessing awaiting. And so just keep that in your hat, keep that in mind, keep going no matter what. I've been homeless before, I've had nothing. Keep going no matter what. All right, guys, much love.